respiration. The term cellular respiration refers to the respiration inside the cell wall. How the cells release energy from the food molecules is called cellular respiration. And we know in 9th class only you have studied about prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Yes, in the case of prokaryotic cells, there is no nucleus separated by cytoplasm. There is no nuclear membranes in the prokaryotic cells. In the case of eukaryotic cells, the nucleus is separated by a membrane which is separated from cytoplasm itself. So, in eukaryotic cells only, mitochondria, inside the mitochondria and cytoplasm, both places are responsible for cellular respiration. So that's why we are calling mitochondria as powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria as powerhouse of the cell, because ATP molecules are produced by mitochondria. Yes, in aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration means in the presence of oxygen we are doing this process. In our body, in the presence of oxygen, energy packets will be released from the food molecules by chemical bonds and food molecules. In food molecules, by chemical bonds, ATP packets will generate in the presence of oxygen. That process is called aerobic respiration. Yes, this is the pathway by which cells release energy from the chemical bonds of food molecules. And in the case of anaerobic respiration, this is happened in the absence of oxygen. For example, bacterial respiration by anaerobic method. Bacterial respiration. This is also called as fermentation. For example, idli batter, dosha batter, all we are preparing in this manner only. Anaerobic respiration. Here also ATP packets. Few ATP packets will generate, but there is no oxygen release in this. In the presence of oxygen, we'll get like that. In the case of animals, this leads to the formation of lactic acid from the glucose. Yes, anaerobic means absence of oxygen. At that time, lactic acid will form from the glucose. Without oxygen, respiration taking place, at that time lactic acid keep. What is that sound, Harshad? Keep your phone in mute. Yes, in animals, this leads to formation of lactic acid from glucose. So, in the case of anaerobic respiration, there is no oxygen. At that time, lactic acid will release. In our body also, while we run, keep your phone mute. While we are running, after certain time, we'll get some pain. Oh, at that time also we have discussed about lactic acid. So afterwards we'll discuss about that. So in the case of animals, anaerobic respiration, few ATP packets will generate and also lactic acid will release from the glucose at that time. So here eukaryotic cells and prokaryotic cells, you have an idea about this in the 9th class only. And comes to the eukaryotic cells, under this mitochondria. In the case of cellular respiration, the powerhouse of the cell, the most important part we need to discuss is mitochondria. In cellular level, about mitochondria we need to discuss. So here this is the structure of the mitochondria. So this is having outer membranes, inner membranes, and also cristae matrix. These foldings are called cristae, which provide space to the surface area to the inner membranes. And allowing, here it is allowing greater surface area to the production of ATP packets, faster production of ATP packets, which will provide surface area. So because of this, it is creating some space to inner membranes for generating and for providing ATP packets. For production of ATP packets, It provides surface area. The cristae, about cristae I want to write now. At that time also I have given these notes. It increase the surface area to the inner membranes. I think you got idea on outer membranes which gives the structure. Yes, and shape. Inner membranes, inside only all the substances. Inner membranes is like cytoplasm. Yes, in the cytoplasm, it increases the surface area. Cristae is the folding, Nana. Foldings, whatever we are having, this type of foldings are called cristae, and it which increases the surface area of the inner membranes. Surface area of the inner membranes, allowing for faster production of ATP. ATP full form adenosine triphosphate. Yes, in the absence of oxygen, adenosine diphosphate will generate. This also I told you at that time. Faster production of ATP packets, energy packets. This is the unit for energy, Nana. So adenosine triphosphate, it is a small parcel of chemical energy, and which carries, each ATP molecule carries 7,200 calories of energy. 7,200 calories of energy it is each ATP packet will generate. ATP, and which provides space. There are more places to perform the process. So foldings, there are more places to perform the action, to perform the process. Which process? ATP packets production process. ATP production is the process here. Inside the mitochondria, in the inner membranes, this cristae provides surface area, larger surface area to the inner membranes to produce ATP packets. Each ATP packet contains 7,200 calories of energy. So this is the basic unit of energy in the case of cellular respiration, ATP. Energy will be stored in the form of packets. That packets are called ATP packets here. Next one, matrix is the mitochondrial DNA. It contains matrix is the substances which exist inside these foldings. Matrix is the substance. It contains DNA, diribonucleic acid. DNA in a structure called matrix. Called a nucleide. Inside again we have nucleide. Inside the matrix we have nucleide. It also contains citric acid. You know citric acid, vitamin C. Citric acid, which is useful for production of NADPH. Yesterday on NADH to ATP. Yes, Nana, already you wrote in running notes. Briefly you write, not all overall. You don't write like flow chart, like shortcut form. You write now in the running notes. Classwork, if it is very neat only, you leave like that. That is useful for you. Okay, just write down and leave. So that's why I'm not giving overall elaboration for this. In shortcut way only I am telling you, because of that previously we have discussed, but once again we need to revise those. That's why I am telling again. If we are revising like this here, I think you are reminding once again. Yes, axis, in the presence of oxygen and in the absence of oxygen, what are the end products releases in cellular respiration? That is this flowchart will give the information about that. At that time only we have discussed. And without oxygen, can energy release? Yes, it is released by ADP, not ATP. ATP already present in our muscles was being converted into ADP at this time. So previous, while we are having oxygen inside our body, we have ATP generated, already generated ATP we have in our muscles. So while we are running, after some time there is a lack of oxygen. Oxygen will over in our body. There is no oxygen. So at that time ATP will convert into ADP after that time. ADP, and this ADP is useful for to do that running and all, to walk and to do anything. At that time without oxygen ATP will convert into ADP. So because of that we can do our actions, whatever we are doing, bicycling or anything we are doing, running. So after certain time that ADP will also consumed. So we cannot do anything. We need to take rest for some time and we need to take some water, because there is a production of lactic acid already happened in our bloodstream. So after certain time that lactic acid will be concentration will be low. Then again we can reboot ourselves after certain time. So without oxygen ATP will be converted into ADP. So at that time the energy packets will be in the form of ADP. There is no oxygen in our body, lactic acid will also produced. So due to the lactic acid we are getting muscle pains. So after taking rest again we can reboot ourselves. So this is the graph. For these questions also you wrote at that time. I have given this one in the exam. I told you, you wrote and you read also at that time. Yes, lactic acid molecules is less than the sugar molecules, and if the lactic acid comes from the sugar, then the energy released could be used to rebuild ADP from ATP and phosphate. Rebuilding process, in that process lactic acid will generate. That is less than the sugar molecule. Lactic acid is less than the sugar molecule. In our breast feeding also lactic acid will be there. Oxygen needed in order to remove lactic acid. So after certain time we want to remove lactic acid, then only we can relieve from the muscle pains. So at that time we need oxygen to remove that lactic acid. So ఈ కన్వర్షన్ లో మనకి లాక్టిక్ యాసిడ్ రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది, దాని వల్ల మజిల్ పెయిన్స్ వస్తాయి. ఆఫ్టర్ సర్టెన్ టైమ్ we need a relief from that. First we need to remove lactic acid by oxygen. Only we can do that. By taking oxygen only we can remove lactic acid and again we can rebuild ourselves. Yes, in the presence of lactic acid in the blood is the main cause of muscle pains. Here they have given what I told you, they have given here. Because of presence of lactic acid in the blood only we are getting muscle pains. But if the body is rested for long time, tiredness will goes again. We can get relief afterwards. So anaerobic respiration, some examples are fermentation. So yeast and sugar solution are left to stand without oxygen for some time. We can get a smell. Yes, because of the production of new compound called ethanol. Alcohol, ethyl alcohol also we can call this one, ethanol or ethyl alcohol. So because of this production only we'll get some different smell. పులిసిపోవడం అలాంటివన్నీ వస్తుంటాయి కదా, we'll get that batter different smell and different fragmentation because of this. So yeast, some examples to produce this yeast are baking powder, baking soda. Yes. So what is fermentation actually? Yeast reacts with sugar, will release carbon dioxide. Because of that only it will be puffy. Yes, ubbutundi kada. Like that we will get bread and all, baking powder, baking soda, these all are useful for making like that puffy material. So at that time what will happen? Hey, what you are doing, Arshad? Yeast reacts with sugar. Yeast examples are baking soda, baking powder and all. Fermentation items whatever we are using in our daily life, those are reacts with sugar, will release carbon dioxide. Due to that only that puffy type of substance will form. Yes, duff and batter whatever we are preparing for making bread and also making dosha, idli and all those batters. At that time, yeast reacts with sugar, will release as carbon dioxide. Next, respiration versus combustion. So this also we have discussed. Combustion means burning in the presence of oxygen. Respiration means in the presence of oxygen, releasing glucose, releasing energy. So what is the comparison here? In the case of combustion also carbon dioxide releases. In the case of respiration also carbon dioxide releases. Respiration is the, at that time respiration, heat energy releases. In animals, exothermic. Yes. Exothermica, endothermica, respiration. Exothermic or endothermic? Heat energy releases means exothermic. Endothermic means heat energy absorbs. Heat energy absorbs, endothermic. Heat energy releases, exothermic. So your respiration is the exothermic and that combustion is heat energy liberates at that time. So what is the comparison here? In both the cases carbon dioxide releases. So this one also notes I have given, I think you are having or not, I don't know. Observing changes during combustion of sugar here, during combustion of sugar we can observe carbon dioxide releases by checking with lime water. We can conclude that lime water will become as milky white. By combustion of sugar some gas will release, and if we check that gas with the help of lime water, that will become as milky white. Then we can conclude that by combustion of sugar carbon dioxide will release. ఇక్కడ చెప్తున్నాను కదా నేను, కంబ్యూజన్ లో కూడా కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది. ఎట్ ద సేమ్ టైమ్ ఇన్ ద రెస్పిరేషన్ ఆల్సో కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ రిలీజెస్. ఇన్ బోత్ ద కేసెస్ carbon dioxide releases, we can conclude by that. And heat production by living organisms. During cellular respiration, energy is released. ATP packets are released, and those were utilized by day-to-day activities. And in the case of anaerobic respiration also, energy releases and lactic acid forms. Yes, and here heat production by living organisms. Yes, heat produced or not in living organisms. Yes, heat energy is releasing from our bodies daily. We are releasing heat energy outside. So that's why that is exothermic or endothermic. Respiration is exothermic. So some examples we can observe. Evolution in gases exchanging system. Evolution in gases exchange system means here different types of gases exchange systems in different animals we are seeing in this. So how the respiration taking place in aquatic animals like fishes and all, and tracheal respiratory system in cockroaches. 7th class you have studied in cockroaches and all. Yes, how the respiration taking place in amphibians. Yes, yes, frogs can able to live on the surface of the ground, underground, and also inside the water also they can survive, because pulmonary respiration through process, as well as they are also pulmonary respiration, lungs they have, and at the same time bucopharyngeal cavity, extra cavity they are having. Because of that they can survive inside the water, outside the water, on the surface and underground also they can survive like that. And coming to the fishes, gills they are having, and different types of animals respiration also I have given at that time. Notes ichanu nenu. Crocodiles. Yes, is it there, Nana? Meghana? Respiration in crocodile. Dolphin. Crocodile, dolphin, both I have given. Yes. Next, respiration in plants. Here aeration of fruits. Aeration of fruits, conduction with plants. All in the plants also respiration process taking place. Lenticels are there on the surface of their bodies. Lenticels. Yes, because of that they can respire. They are also taking gases inside and outside. Stomata is there, lenticels, air spaces. Because of that, they are also participating in respiration. And transpiration, about that also I have given information. Transpiration means plants are releasing cool air into the atmosphere. Because of that only we are getting rains. So because of that only in the forest we are getting more rains than our normal cities. Because plants are releasing more cool air to the atmosphere in the form of transpiration. In 6th class you have studied about that transpiration. Next, aeration of roots. So about this, I think you forgotten. Most plants can aerate their roots by taking in the oxygen through the lenticels through the surface of their roots, like this. And they obtain oxygen from the air spaces existing between the soil particles. Between the soil particles, they are having air spaces. But plants which have their roots in very wet places, like ponds and all, unable to obtain oxygen like that. So between air spaces between the soil, because of that they are gathering through lenticels oxygen, they are gathering. But plants which do not have that like that environment, they are maybe in ponds, um, they are having no air spaces in the soil because they are dipping inside the water. The roots are dipping inside the water. So they need to adapt to waterlogged conditions by much larger air spaces. So air spaces larger gundali. At that time only, after completion of that water surface, then they can able to survive with oxygen. So making diffusion from longer parts of that roots. Some plants will aerate longer roots. Adoption of hollow stem. So hollow stem next host plant lagane ivi adapt cheskuntayi nana. Next time when you are by pond or marsh, you can observe those type of plants also growing there. See how many are hollow compared with a similar number of species of plants. So they are spreading through roots. They are yes, what are these nana? Here what we are observing, what are these? Roots. We can observe longer distance also. Sometimes roots we can observe. Why they are spreading their roots means they need to adapt to some air spaces from longer distances through hollow stem. So like that we can conclude. And this experiment also I think you remembered. Due to this we can observe these sprouted seeds will releasing carbon dioxide. So we are closing this with a cork, and inside we have sprouted seeds. What are these? Bengal gram. Yes. So these are participating in respiration. Participating in respiration means here these are releasing carbon dioxide. How can we conclude? Inside we need to place a lime water beaker. So then after a certain time, this lime water will become as milky white. Then we can conclude these sprouted seeds will release carbon dioxide. So this is also one experiment. The sprouts which are prepared for above activity we are using. Again those only, Bengal gram sprouts only we are using here. Remove the lid and prepare a cork here. Thermometer we need to place. Here we are checking for carbon dioxide release. And this is for temperature increase. So heat energy will release. Respiration lo heat energy release avutunda leda anedi manaku ee experiment chupistundi. By using a thermometer here we are doing. Here only we are checking for carbon dioxide. Two experiments are same only. So here we can conclude that living things are releasing heat energy and also giving carbon dioxide outside. So this is to understand respiration process with the help of sprouted seeds. This experiment you can write. Prove living organisms release carbon dioxide and heat energy by an experiment అన్నాడు అనుకోండి. ఈ టూ డయాగ్రామ్స్ వేసేసి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మీరు రాయొచ్చు కదా. With lime water we can write, with thermometer we can check the change in temperature. Next, photosynthesis versus respiration. So in photosynthesis what will happen, Anna? Carbon dioxide mixes with water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. It will release glucose. Yes, glucose molecules. Starch it will releases, and oxygen it will releases. In the case of respiration, just exactly reverse. Yes, starch and oxygen will react, will release carbon dioxide and water plus energy also. Is it okay? జస్ట్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ రివర్స్. ఇక్కడ ఇన్పుట్ వచ్చేసి కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్, ఇక్కడ అవుట్పుట్ లో కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ వస్తుంది. దిస్ యూ కెన్ రైట్ both the equations. Respiration equation is this one, Nana. This also you should by heart. C6H12O6 plus 6O2 gives rise to 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus energy. This is the equation for respiration. And this photosynthesis already you know, 6CO2 plus 12H2O gives rise to C6H12O6 plus 6H2O plus 6O2. So by using these two we can compare. ఈ two equations మీకు అర్థమైనాయి అంటే you can compare your own. So cellular respiration in mitochondria you understood. At that time carbohydrates are burned to produce chemical energy in cellular level. In the case of photosynthesis which is taking place in chloroplast, ఇక్కడ మైటోకాండ్రియా ఇంపార్టెంట్, అక్కడ క్లోరోప్లాస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఫోటోసింథసిస్ లో క్లోరోప్లాస్ట్, ఎట్ ద సేమ్ టైమ్ హియర్ మైటోకాండ్రియా. ద రేట్ ఆఫ్ photosynthesis is usually higher than the respiration. Photosynthesis is higher than the respiration. Yes, temperature, yes, while at night time it is exactly reverse, Nana. At night time temperature, humidity, light intensity etc, most of the plants the respiration process is exactly reverse. In plants in the night time they are releasing, rather than oxygen, humidity and temperature they will release. There is no light intensity. So ratio of photosynthesis and respiration in plants we can compare like this. In the night time it is exactly opposite. డే టైమ్ లో ఫోటోసింథసిస్ ఎక్కువ, రెస్పిరేషన్ తక్కువ ఉంటుంది. నైట్ టైమ్ లో respiration more, photosynthesis less, because of temperature, humidity and light intensity. This you can compare like this. Yes, Arshad, are you there? Arshad, in daytime photosynthesis is higher than respiration in plants. In night time respiration is more and photosynthesis is less in plants. Because of that only night time oxygen releasing అనేది తక్కువ ఉంటుంది. Yes, is it okay? This lesson completed. I think you wrote question answers and all. Test కూడా రాసిరు కదా దీని మీద. Yes, you done. Okay, tomorrow we will start with the third lesson. First onwards I will make ఈ lesson కి first నుంచి వీడియోస్ చేస్తాను. ఓకేనా? Yes, thank you for nice class with you. Time over. Bye.